This is my second lecture on the poem The Harp of India by Henry Inderozio. Now, in the first half of this poem, in my first lecture, I introduced the poem to you, and I had introduced the instrument, the harp, which is a musical instrument with lot many strings, and it is played by fingers, and it is an old instrument, old musical instrument, and it used to be played in India. But with the passage of time, with the advent of British rule, this instrument was ignored, and it was neglected, and it was and the poet says it hung lonely with withered bow, and it was unstrung forever, and the music which was once sweet, nobody has time to listen to this type of music, and even the way breezes or the winds could not blow it, could not find any sound in it, and this instrument has been neglected for, since it has been neglected for years together, it has become dead, it has become fatal, it is lying mute, it is desolate, and this type of art is like a monument which is there on the desert plains, but which remains unseen, or which gets ruined ultimately. So this was the cry of the poet, and the poet wanted that such folk instruments, or such folk instruments which are related to certain communities, or which are related to certain tribes, or which are related to India as a whole, shall be used, or shall be promoted, and even their users shall be promoted. But this is the fate of most of these musical instruments, because the modern people do not have time, even the Britishers do not care for what is the heritage of India, or what should be patronized, what should be given some proactive encouragement by the rulers, and that has been neglected. And even the tribes who are playing these musical instruments, that they are being neglected. So now we do the second half of the poem. Oh, many a hand more worthy for than mine, once thy harmonious chords to sweetness gave. Now the poet first talked of the harp, and now he talks about the poets or the artists in general, and he says that many hands who were worthy, who were very talented than mine, than the poet's own hands, who had been giving harmonious chords, who had been giving harmonious, beautiful, sweet music to this musical instrument, or people who were talented, or people who were very artistic, were bringing out pieces of art or pieces of music now and again. But now there is no one to appreciate the talent of the artists, and many a wreath for them did fame entwine, and many of them for praise. Wreaths are the flowers, or which or the appreciations which the artist receives out of their fame, and this appreciation is entwined to their personality or to their work of arts. Of flowers still blooming on the minstrel's grave. Now these artists are no more living, they are dead, or they have become dead, and they are but the flowers on their grave, their appreciation, or the flowers are mark of their appreciation, they are still blooming on their grave, on these worthy people. Those hands are cold, but if thy notes divine may be by mortal weakened once again, harp of my country, let me strike the strain. Now the poet has been building his argument right from the beginning, and right from the beginning he has used extreme terms like things are in vain, the fatal chain, now there is nothing to revive this music is dead now, all these things. Or he's talked of grave, all these things, or cold hands, he's talked of all these things which somewhere suggest that this musical instrument, or the fate of this musical instrument, is almost sealed, and it's not going to revive now. But at the end he gives a positive note to his poem, and he says, maybe by mortal weakened once again. He says that some hands, even the cold hands, they turn to it, and those divine hands come to its rescue and weaken the art once again, wake the art once again. Harp of my country, let me strike the string. Harp of my country. So this is harp, this is the musical instrument of my country. So this musical instrument of my country, or this tradition of my country, or this art of my country, or this custom of my country, or this folk music of my country, or this attribute of this civilization shall strike the string. So it should shall strike its chord, shall make its sound, make it he wants to revive it. He wants some hands to come forward, and a hand like the poet's own hand as well, to come forward and mark the chord of this instrument and play it once again, and lets its music blow everywhere, lets his music flow everywhere. And in this way he somewhere is trying to revive his own country, who is the country is also the fate of the country is similar to the fate of the musical instrument, the harp, because just as the country is being subjugated and it is being ruined at the hands of a foreign rule who does not understand the nerve of the civilization, the culture here, or who is just looting the attributes or the fruits of this culture and civilization, or whatever is available here.